Hey, welcome back. Today is April 13th, Tuesday, and on this post, I'll be telling you about the overall crypto markets, which includes Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action very quickly, before diving into Orchid token, OXTUSD, and see what is going on in here. I'll be telling you about the bullish and bearish case scenarios for today, as well as the short-term price prediction on this market according to what I'm seeing on the charts. Before I begin today, if you guys are enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe to this channel and like this video, as I'll be keeping updated on the latest crypto setups on my watch list, regardless if it's a good day or a bad day. If you want to support me and don't already have a Webull brokerage account, you guys can use my referral link down below. They're still giving away 2 free stocks as of today upon a successful sign up and a qualifying deposit of $100. And I'll also receive a referral bonus if you guys sign up under me. Please do also read my full disclaimer below. I am not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I am purely sharing my own speculations and opinions on this market. I cannot tell you the future, and you should always do your own due diligence before trading or investing in this market, as it's extremely risky and volatile. If you have any questions or comments, please do only leave them in the comment section below, but I'll try my best to get to as many of them as possible. Now, see what's going on in this market first. Right now, we do have Bitcoin dominance up about 0.3%. This breaks down to Bitcoin price action up over 5.5%. Total altcoin market cap up almost 5%. Now, this would be the upside of Bitcoin dominance trending upwards. I will usually see Bitcoin leading in gains ahead of total altcoin market cap. I usually emphasize Bitcoin dominance to trend downwards. That's generally speaking better for the altcoins on both the upside and downside. Because conversely speaking, if Bitcoin dominance was trending downwards, the upside of that, I will usually see total altcoin market cap leading in gains ahead of Bitcoin. Now, on the weekly time frame here, we are actually still in a falling wedge pattern, which is generally a bullish pattern. If Bitcoin dominance actually breaks the upside here, that's not as ideal for the altcoins. Let's go over to Bitcoin, where I have said there was bearish divergence playing out coming from these two higher highs on the price action chart, okay? Has had some pullbacks from bearish divergence. Bearish divergence, more often than not, can still signal a pullback. And I did say the safer signal I am looking for to tell me that this bearish divergence is done playing out will be seeing a higher high on the price action chart along with a higher high on the RSI. Now, we do have a higher high now on the price action chart, and I am looking for a RSI beat from the last RSI high here of about 75 to tell me that this bearish divergence is done playing out on this weekly time frame. Let's go over to monthly time frame here, where we have been having bearish divergence for quite some time, and we are in overbought territory. Has not yielded a red candle, nor has it played out here on the monthly time frame, but not something I lose track of, because do take a look into the last few times. That Bitcoin has been in overbought territory on the monthly time frame. Okay, and one data point on here is 1 month's worth of time. If Bitcoin pulls back at any time, it could still have a bearish effect on the altcoins. That bearish effect would be greater if Bitcoin dominance is trending higher. Let's go over to Orchid and see what has gone on in here. I'm going to take a look from the monthly time frame down to daily and see if we have any overbought RSI readings or possible bearish divergence scenarios. Monthly time frame here, we're currently about 64, so not in overbought territory. Weekly time frame here, we're currently about 64 as well, okay? And there has been bearish divergence on this time frame comparing this high with this high. However, lower highs on the RSI. Now, the safer signal I am looking for here is pretty similar to what I said about Bitcoin weekly time frame as well. I am looking for a higher high here on the price action chart, along with a higher high on the RSI to tell me that this bearish divergence is done playing out, okay? The last RSI high reading I'm looking to beat is about 70 here, okay? 70, 71. Otherwise, it could still be pulling back or consolidating. 3-day time frame. Higher high here, however, lower high on the RSI. That's still classic bearish divergence. Very similar thing could be said about what I said. Very similar thing could be said here as what I said on the weekly time frame to tell me that this bearish divergence is done playing out, or it could still be pulling back. Daily time frame. We had bearish divergence as well, comparing this high right here with this high. However, lower highs on the RSI. Price action did drop down to the daily 21 MA here. Now, see what I could be dealing with in terms of a trading pattern. I do see a ascending triangle pattern that is still an estimate because I'm still lacking that third touch to the upper trend line here to actually validate this ascending triangle pattern. So it's not validated, it's not completed. I'm still missing that third touch on the upper trend line. Given that this ascending triangle pattern is validated, according to Thomas Bukowski and his website, thepatternSite.com, it is a 63% chance of it breaking to the upside. If it breaks to the upside, the measure target, which is taken by measuring the opening of the pattern, and then adding it back on top of the top trend line here, which will give me about $1.24 measure targets. Now, measure targets are theoretical approximate targets only, may actually be different in real life price action, more or less. Let's take a look into some of the key supports and resistances relevant to this price action right now. Key resistance immediately would be this fib level area at about 80 cents fib level area. Next up, I'll be looking at the top trend line of this ascending triangle pattern, which would be 90 cents of this estimated ascending triangle pattern. After that, let me do a reverse fib retracement here and see if I can get any ideas on where a possible fib area above the pattern is. So about $1.10. Aside from that, I could guess from psychological resistance of whole numbers. Okay, so in this case, would be 90 cents. That would be the top trend line of the ascending triangle pattern. $1.10, $1.20. That's where the whole numbers I would expect traders to take profits, as we did not have. Have we had any past trading history here? Okay, we did. $1. Okay, so according to my guess as well, $1 from this one resistance from past trading history. So I do expect that to be both psychological resistance and from past trading resistance as well. So I could expect those to be resistances from past trading history and psychological resistances of whole numbers where I would expect traders to take profits. Let's take a look into the key supports. Key supports immediately would be the daily 21 MA, which is pretty parallel with this bottom trend line here. Let me also adjust for the bottom trend line. That would actually be outside of the pattern. So if it actually breaks this bottom trend line, okay, if it breaks the bottom trend line, then I can look for the daily 21 MA as key support, and that should still keep an ascending triangle pattern shape intact, even though in that case, it would not be validated because then I would still need 3 touches here on this bottom trend line to validate this bottom trend line, okay? So immediate key support, daily 21 MA. Next up, about the 70 cents fib level area. Next up would be about the 65 cents fib level area. And then the daily 50 MA, as well as the 3-day 21 MA that's right underneath the 65 cents fib level area in that range. Okay, let's take a look into the bullish and bearish case scenarios here. Bullish case scenario, price action validates this ascending triangle pattern with that third touch, the upper trend line, and breaks out of it and go towards its measured target, minding some of those resistances levels I have just pointed out, as those could be points of rejection. Bearish case scenario, price action breaks bottom trend line. It looks like I could still be looking at the daily 21 MA to keep an ascending triangle pattern form intact. If that does not hold, I could be looking at about the 70 cents fib level area, 65 cents fib level area, and the daily 50 and the 3-day 21 MA are beneath that right now. Now, these are my bullish and bearish case scenarios for today. Let me know if you found it helpful. Give me a thumbs up if you did. Let me know your agreements, disagreements, feedback. I love to them. Hope you manage your risk carefully, and if you'd like to see any more of my most recently uploaded videos on YouTube, you guys can check out my links up here on YouTube. See you next time.